All right, everybody, welcome back to the Titans table for two in that two-tone blue. That's Andrew.
That's Christian.
And it's been a bit of a roller coaster, guys. We weren't with you last week. That is my fault. The Titans literally made me sick. I'm not even kidding. Came down with the flu in the middle of that Colts game, man. Fell asleep halfway through and woke up and finished the rest. But then we come back this week with a big victory, man. Outscored the Cardinals 16-0 in the fourth quarter to come back and get a win. We're going to get into all that and more when we come back here in just a second. All right, Titans fans, we appreciate you being here back on the Titans table for two. We want to shout out CPN Network for having us under this umbrella with the rest of the teams, especially in the AFC South. Go check them out, especially Third and Teal, Unstable Colts podcast, and this Real Texas Team podcast. And there's also the joint show that they have, this AFC South show, every week. Go check any of those shows out. We have a lot of things for you too as well. If you got fantasy football, you want some advice on stuff like that, we got Kingmaker Sports over there. You can go check out. I love checking that out every week and having fun with those guys. There's wrestling podcasts out there, so anything you can think of, there's a chance that it's out there. So do that for me. And also, before we get started, tighten up the like button, subscribe button as well. Hit the alert bell if to get a notification when we're going live, and you can join us. And also comment down below and let us know anything you thought about these last couple of weeks and anything we're going to discuss Titans wise. But yeah, I guess we'll go ahead and get into last week first before we get into this crazy week and how everything went. Terrible showing by the Titans. Got absolutely goose egged. It's never good when you can't put anything on the board. I'm gonna let you kind of kick it off because I'm not even gonna lie to you. My memory's a bit hazy. Kind of coming down, getting sick, kind of literally in the middle of that. I was coming down, literally started getting sick in the middle of the game. I missed a lot of it in the second half, and I was about done with it though in the beginning of that third quarter, and I fell asleep and had to check it out later. So, um, yeah, just touch on that Colts game a little bit.
Texans game. Yeah.
Excuse me, Texas game. My apologies. Yeah. Texas game.
Just couldn't get anything going. Cam, probably his worst game to date for sure. Tony looked okay. Joey Sly missed his 2 field goals.
Rough time for Joey Sly lately.
It could have definitely been 6-6 going into the fourth, even how bad they
Real quick,
played.
do you think that Callahan's like poor decision making on some of those long field goals kind of put him in a funk?
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's kind of been the same since, his stride and his accuracy's been off. It feels like since then. He even had a bit of a roller coaster game. We'll talk about here soon, here in a minute, after we get done with the Texans game. But yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Though I mean, yeah, another big coaching screw up where I don't know how it happens, but Colts call timeout, Titans call timeout, and you still get a delay a game. I don't know how that's possible.
Yeah,
I don't know how that happens in any way, shape, or form, but it did. So, just a lot of the same. I will say over the last 2 games, Cedric Gray has really popped off. He's really flat.
Well, yeah, I didn't expect you to bring that up so quick, but yeah, I was going to bring that up today. You know how much I like him. Been delighted to see number 33 in on a lot of plays, man, and also on special teams. You see 33 in there on the play on special teams a lot, and it's cool to see 33 back in action too. I was a big Michael Griffin fan, so I'm pleased to see that number back and with a player that I'm excited about.
But yeah, I mean, give up 6 points all for 3 quarters and give up 3 touchdowns in the fourth to a team that had only scored 2 touchdowns going into that game. It's not great. But I mean, the defense can only hold up for so long. The offense has to play their part, and they definitely did in that game.
Yeah, for sure.
And it just kind of felt like rock bottom after that game.
Only like what is 10th game calling plays or something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
He hadn't called a lot of plays.
But
a lot of games.
Kind of felt like rock bottom after that game, and that's when Cam Ward come out and said, "Hey, to keep it a buck, we asked."
Yeah, a lot of people didn't like that. I was going to get into that next. I don't mind it. I don't care. That doesn't bother me. Maybe There's worse curse words out there for sure. That's not the first time you've ever heard that at a press conference by a coach or a player or something. I mean, come on, man. Are we that soft, man? If it's the first time you've ever heard a player, or coach, or your father or something tell you to get your head out of your rear end, you know,
I love it. I want to see my guy, you know, show a little emotion. And like the thing is, he was very calm when he said it. You know, he was like, "Hey, I'm keeping a buck. We asked, you know." And we had been up to that point, and even like I mean, we'll get into the next game. The first 3 quarters of that one weren't great, you know,
it
um, but yeah, not much to really talk about honestly with the Texas game. It was a bad showing all around on the offense.
was embarrassing. It was embarrassing. The only way it could have been more embarrassing is if it was a home game.
Mhm. But
Yeah, not nothing. I mean, you got nothing really you can talk about from that. Cam Moore barely got over 100 yards. Was under 50%. Tony Pollard had 64 yards, but it took him 14 carries to get there. I guess that's about average. But
the one benefit is like we only gave up 2 sacks to that pass rush. The offensive line has looked a little bit more decent.
yeah, the last 2 weeks they have, and I mean, I guess there was only one way to go,
Yeah.
but they have gone up in the last 2 weeks. That's another thing that we've noticed the last couple of weeks. So yeah, I mean, Texas game is what it is. We kind of move on from that, I guess, pretty quickly. I think to be fair, I don't think anybody wants to
Yeah.
talk about it or hear us talk about it too much anyway. It just was what it was, and there's a lot more to fix than I think. I think we were all excited this year, but we still have to remember it's a rookie quarterback with a team that's not ready. And that's becoming more and more real when you watch us play some teams, teams like Colts that are really well put together. They got a good defense. They got a quarterback that can manage the game. He's not Peyton Manning or Tom Brady, but he's doing his job as a quarterback, and that's all you can ask him to do. Um,
Mhm.
but yeah, so we're seeing the struggles that we have as a team when we're going up against solid team. Not even solid teams really. Even Texans is a team that we on paper you think we might have a better shot at. Honestly,
Well, the way they've been playing this year for sure.
yeah, exactly. I mean, it's some of these teams that, like, especially, I guess, talking about our division, you'd probably swap the Colts and the Texans as far as what you thought was going to go on with them this year.
For sure.
Uh, but yeah, I mean, it's still a young quarterback. There's still a lot to be excited about, though, and I guess we can get into some more happier times. The Titans get their first win of the season, man. I'm so happy about that because I'm not going to lie. There was a moment last week where I was thinking, man, are we going to be one of these teams that fights to get a win
Yeah.
this year? Like, I did not want to go through one of these Lions seasons that I used to laugh at, or Browns seasons. I think those are the only two teams I can remember. Maybe I think the Lions actually did go 0-16 one year, and I'm not sure if the Browns actually did it one year or
I think
not.
they did
But
too. Yeah.
did they? Okay. Was Josh Gordon with them that year too? Was that one of those
It
Josh
might have been the
Gordon?
year he was suspended, one of them.
Yeah. Okay. Well, anyway, yeah, that's the game didn't start out well though. Uh, we go in, we're down what I think 21-6 after halftime. It was looking pretty stagnant. The offense looking pretty bad again. And
Yeah.
Cam Ward comes in. I think he throws for what, like 140 yards in the fourth quarter or something like that. Maybe more than that. I can't remember exactly what the number was, but a little bit of funny stuff too. But we can get into all that. I think Tony Pollard had a much better game. Uh, Cam Ward ended up with 265 with a interception. Didn't throw any touchdowns. Um,
Interception
but
that
he's
turned
got
into a
that.
touchdown.
So yeah, that was a wild play, man. But dude, he's still he's got that it factor in the clutch. It seems like, man.
Yeah,
He's
for
not
sure.
afraid of the big moment, and no matter how many mistakes he's been making, he's gonna keep doing what he has to do to try and get the win, man. And dude, however we get it, I'll take it.
Yeah, he definitely, and you could see how comfortable he was in that moment and getting into that hurry up offense. I think he kind of thrives in that hurry up offense. I'd like to see them implement that more a little bit throughout the game. And obviously, you can't live there all the time because you do want to control the clock. And if you go into a hurry up and 3 and out, I mean, then you held the ball for 45 seconds all of a sudden. So, but I mean, I think you
Right.
can pick and choose some moments, like start off the game with a hurry up. Feels nice when you can have it planned out a little bit. But yeah, he doesn't. doesn't shy away from the hard moments. Some of
And he
those,
still did. Some of those balls were dropped again this week. I mean, these guys are not helping him out, to be fair, on some of these plays. Gunnar Helm had a drop. I think they only accounted the Titans for 2 drops this week, but I can't believe that Io Manor one wasn't considered a drop. They didn't give him credit for a drop. I think the Tyler Lockett one and the Gunnar Helm one were dropped. But I mean, I saw Calvin drop one that he should have had again this week. I don't know. If you ask me, I think there was at least 4 drops this week. But hey, that was according to like Pro Football Focus or something. But
yeah, I don't know how they calculated, honestly.
I guess some of those throws they thought were maybe not accurate enough to consider drop. But yeah, I count at least 4. But anyway, regardless, the team
From
not
the
doing a
time
great
you're
job of helping them.
from the time you're in
Dropping the
Pee Wee
ball.
football, you're told if your
Hey,
hands touch the ball, you should catch it.
exactly.
Um,
And there
but
was one for sure. Calvin had hit like it didn't even hit his fingertips, man. It hit the palms, man. I'm like, God, I gotta have that, man. But he made up for it. He made up for it. Calvin came to play this week, and it's what we really needed.
yeah, you hit that fourth quarter, and it kind of seemed like everybody kind of turned it on. Chig really started turning it on. Gunner had a couple nice catches. Yeah, Cam definitely he dropped some dimes out there. The throw to Gunner at the 1 yard line, a couple of throws to Calvin. Chig putting a
What a
move
catch
on.
too by Gunner, man. That was amazing.
Chig putting the move on 2 Cardinals defenders at the goal at the line of scrimmage to get 15 yards up the field. I mean,
Yeah, that's 2 big plays by Chig at the end.
we had some things fall our way, and I mean, I'll take a win however we can get it right now. I mean,
And people are calling it a fluke, and maybe there's a couple of things that had to go our way, but the Titans did capitalize on the mistakes, and the
you
Cardinals
still have
didn't.
to do something with it.
Um,
Yeah,
you still have to do something with it, man. And Calvin Ridley and Cam Ward still have to connect at the end to put them in position for the field goal. And that was
yeah.
a great throw and catch, man. That was amazing. I watched that pass. I wouldn't rewound that. I came back the next day and watched it again yesterday, and I probably watched that play 20 times, man. It was such a beautiful pass, man. I've never
Mhm.
been able to get the ball to dip like that, man. I love that. It seems like a laser, man. It was just amazing. So yeah, there's little glimpses like that we're seeing from Cam that are really exciting. But yeah, you had the big drop as well, which I mean, I can't believe guys still do this, man. By DeMarcado, the big, gosh, what was it, like a 60, 70-yard run or something, some crazy run, and drops it right before the goal line. Crazy, man.
I don't know how many times we got to see that before people stop doing it.
Yeah, that was incredible, man.
71 yards.
Yes, I
Yeah,
mean, those are some pretty rare instances on the football field. I'm not sure I've ever seen a play like that touchdown that Lockett ended up falling on the
yeah.
fumble. But hey, it happens, man. I'll take it how I can get it, like you said, man. People can. The ones that are making me mad are the Titans fans that are crapping on. It's like, enjoy your win, man.
Yeah.
Now's not the time to crap on the team, man. We're going to take a lot of crap this year.
Yeah.
Enjoy it while you get it. I don't have time for those fans that still want to hate and stuff, even after a win.
I mean, you
Rookie
can hope this.
quarterback got to win away. And it was that stadium that I think we have never won at before. That was our first time winning. I
Yeah.
don't even know what the name of the stadium is off the top of my head, but yeah, first time going and getting a win there. So just be excited about it, man. Quit crapping on the team. Yeah, Calvin Ridley ended up with 5 receptions, 131 yards, man. It's about a 26 average per
Yeah.
catch. Great game was what we've been looking for all season. Wish it could have started a little earlier, but maybe this team is kind of finding a little bit of a chemistry late. I don't know. I can only hope. Maybe a little too late. You kind of got to have all the wins you can get in the division now. I think you can afford to drop another division game if we have any chance of doing anything this year. You got to start winning some games, but we'll see. Next week is about as good a chance as we have, and we won't get too far into this. But next week is about as good a chance we have to double up on some wins. And I don't know, we can look it up. Actually, I'll look it up. I don't know when the last time the Titans had back-to-back wins was, but I'll look it up. But I think we have as good a chance as any next week.
Yeah. I mean, you hope that this kind of um gives them a little confidence, and like I said, this is definitely a winnable game next. And you can stack these wins right here and come home when Mike Vrabel comes to town. you'd like to be sitting on a high note when he comes in and be a little confident when he comes in. So, but I want to shout out 3 more players that I thought have really stood out. We've mentioned them before,
One of
but
them. I guess that he's one of them.
Chimere Dike still looks
Yeah, I was guessing
amazing.
he's got to be one. He could be Pro Bowl returner possibly this year.
Oh yeah, he's leading the league in all-purpose yards right now. So,
And real quick, the last time Titans had back-to-back wins was in November 2022.
sounds about right.
The Green Bay Packers. That's rough, guys.
And that's when it all started. That's the game there. Todd Downing got the DUI the next day, and it's been downhill ever since then.
It was, I guess. Yeah, God,
yeah, it's been
it
downhill
like
ever
it wasn't
since
that long
then.
ago. That feels like that was just a year ago. That's crazy. Yeah, go ahead. Chimere DK, man. Excited about him. I knew he probably had to be one of those three. He's been crazy.
We already mentioned Cedric Gray, but James Williams has looked really good. He made I saw at least 2 tackles on special teams. He's really putting it all out there on special teams right now. You love to see like he's not getting discouraged because he got beat out for the starting job. So
Right.
I definitely. And then Jeffrey Simmons. Jeffrey Simmons is playing maybe the best football in the league right now. Devin Lloyd.
He's making a name for a top defensive player right
he's
now,
got to
man.
be around that depoy. I mean, he leads all interior defense linemen with pressures, hurries, and sacks. He's like 3rd in solo tackles. Like, it's insane.
I can only hope that the Titans just don't trade him, man. I know it's a tough season and stuff, but I love Big Jeff,
I don't think he
man.
will. I think he'll get re-signed, honestly.
I hope he's one guy that we can just, out of all of our veterans, I think we can talk about a little bit or whatever at some point, but I mean, I think guys like Chig are maybe on the block here coming up, and maybe Ridley and Snead and some of these guys that maybe some teams will look at, but I hope that Simmons stays around, man. I pray, keep my fingers crossed because I love him.
Well, the thing is, he's doing all this with not an even good pass rusher on the team on the outside.
Yeah,
Devontae
a one-man defense a lot of times yesterday.
Devontae Smith being out, which hopefully we'll get him back for the Patriots game. Yeah, I mean, the coverage has been okay. I think Snead's been playing better too every week. I think he's getting better and better. So, but yeah, Jeffrey Simmons.
Snead had a much better game this week, and I had to bring that up too because I've been kind of hard on Snead, man. He's kind of been irking me. I'm not gonna lie. It just feels like he's not excited to be here. He doesn't want to be here. That's what it feels like sometimes, man.
And then you see him hustling on that play where the fumble happened.
Yeah, like I got to give him his props. He had a really good game this last week. Played his part as well.
I think he had a good game against the Texans. It all came down to that one play where he didn't have a good play. Like, I thought he actually played really well.
Nobody's going to notice in a game like that. You know what I mean? Like, nobody. And then, to be fair, like I said, I fell asleep, so I missed a lot.
I mean, he gave up the 37-yard pass to Nico on 2nd and 33, which you absolutely cannot do. Like, he just didn't put his hands on. I don't know what.
Well, yeah, I do remember that. That's kind of when I was getting done. Actually, I remember that pissed me off. Excuse my language, y'all. I mean, I was so angry at that play because he didn't even put his hands on it, man.
No,
I was actually angry at Snead for that, man. Because I was like, God, you can't just let him blow by you. It was like a 3rd and freaking 23. Oh God, it made me so mad. Oh yeah, that one irked me, man. But yeah, I don't remember a lot from that game, to be fair. Because like I said, I do remember that when you brought that up. I remember it now.
But if you take that pass, and then I mean, obviously consistency is everything. But you take that pass away, he held him to 3 catches for 42 yards. If you told me going into the game, Snead was going to hold Nico to 3 for 42, I'd been like, oh fuck yeah, that's a good game.
Right.
Nico's one of the better receivers in the league. He's not Jamar Chase or Justin Jefferson, but he's a top 10 receiver, I think.
Yeah, it was just a really crucial play, I guess. That was a bad. I mean, it was only one of 3, but it was.
I don't know if he expected him to run a different route, and so he wasn't putting. I don't know, but it didn't work out. But he's been playing better week in week, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think hopefully next we'll get into the preview a little later, maybe Friday or something. But yeah, hope we can
Yeah, just some other
continue
quick
second.
things to mention earlier in the show as well that the Titans waived Traylon Burks. I don't think that's a surprise.
Oh yeah, I mean
Um,
they waived him. He came back
um,
because no one claimed him, and then they finally released him now that he's
yeah,
healthy.
just to put the final nail in the coffin. Wish you well, Traylon. I'm sorry it didn't work out. You came in at a really bad time and really in a really poor manner, not to your fault. So hope it all works out for you somewhere else. Who knows, man? Some of these Titans players end up going somewhere else and end up doing much better than they did here. So maybe somebody give him a chance and hope he gets that second shot, man. 'Cause I think
Yeah,
he's a good guy. Just didn't work
for
out
sure.
here.
All right,
But,
you want to hit a final bite?
yeah, I guess that's about it for this week, man. It's a pretty quick one. We'll get back together in a couple of days to talk about the Raiders game, so we can.
Hopefully Lathan's back, but I didn't want to dig too far into that. So
Yeah. You go ahead and we can go ahead and do the final bite.
my final bite this week is gonna go. It's gonna be a shout out to Lockett. I don't think anybody saw his first touchdown as a Titan being a recovery off an interception, but shout out
Yeah,
to just following the ball, going back to um, your old high school, middle school days where they're teaching you to follow the ball like that. Just
absolutely.
having the word because there was a lot of Cardinal defenders right there, and he jumped on it as soon as he
Yeah,
possibly
he
could.
was
So
the guy that came down with it in the end zone, man, in the right spot, dude, and ended up being
exactly,
a win, man. So,
always
uh,
head on a
yeah,
swivel. So shout out Tyler Lockett.
yeah, he's a Titans fan too, man. Grew up Titans fan. So shout out to him. Yeah, mine I already kind of mentioned it. I kind of messed up by not saving it to the end, but it was kind of. I'll just reiterate to all those Titans fans, man, that have to crap on a win immediately, man. Just enjoy it, man. Your rookie quarterback came out and showed some guts, man, and got it done. Titans went on a 16-0 run. The Cardinals help us a little bit. Yeah, that's how sports works, though. It's just how sports works sometimes, man. And this game just was kind of a wacky game. So,
I'm a Dolphins fan, but I'm born and raised here in Tennessee. Can I join the Titans? Dude, taking applications. No better time
come
than
on,
right
baby.
now.
Come on right along, dude. We're happy to have you, man. Seriously. Hey, I've actually always enjoyed. I root for the Dolphins when the Titans aren't in the mix. You know what I mean? I've always loved those uniforms, and
Yeah.
just they're kind of an underdog. All those years with the Patriots and stuff. Like, I find myself rooting for the Dolphins a lot when they have something on the line against the team. It's not the Titans. So,
Yeah.
go Dolphins,
Sure.
man. I'm all right saying, man, I like the Dolphins.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, on that note, we're going to get out of here and hit you with the check, please.
This one's
This
on
one,
Cam Ward for his first
yeah,
win.
appreciate it, man. Shout out, Cam. Y'all have a good one. Tighten up.
Maybe.
We'll see y'all in a few days.